Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. That's why Machinery Pete has partnered with Big Iron to launch Machinery Pete Auctions, a powerful resource connecting buyers and sellers of used farm equipment. Welcome to Machinery Pete TV Auction Edition.
Hey, Machinery Pete here, folks. Welcome to our Machinery Pete TV Auction Edition, episode number 2. And on the show today, we're going to be previewing our September 21st Machinery Pete monthly online auction. Absolute sale with no buyer's fees. We need to thank you for your strong support of our first auction last month in August. Great success. We had tons of bidders. We had some good buys on the auction and also some really active bidding. Actually set a record price. You might remember on that 2003 John Deere 6420 tractor, only 156 hours on it with a loader from South Dakota. Previous high I'd ever seen at auction was $75,000 with a loader. We came in last month on the Machinery Pete monthly online auction at $91,500. So thank you to all the bidders there. Now I tell you what, on our September 21st online auction, we are going to swing around the country, folks. We've got equipment from all over. On the show today, we're going to head down to Florida and preview a like-new tillage item, 2 years old with under 100 acres on it. We're going to head out to Idaho, check out some really nice equipment for sale on the auction. Back to the Midwest, up in South Dakota and Iowa. Then down to the great state of Missouri, we've got a pair of classic John Deere tractors that I know you're going to enjoy taking a look at. And then to Oklahoma, where we've got a seller with some really nice hay equipment, including the feature item on the September 21st online auction, a really sharp 2018 John Deere 460R round baler, one owner. These babies are tough to find, and this thing is in great condition. You know me, I'm always intrigued by out-of-season buying, and we do have 3 garden tractors on the sale September 1st. Now, if we look at what we got here, we got a 2004 John Deere 757 zero-turn. Now, this thing only has 850 hours on it. It's for sale by our friends at C&B Operations out in Sibley, Iowa, 25 horsepower. Now, I did see back in early June of 2021 a very nice 2006 model 757 sell on an online auction in East Central Nebraska. Had a few less hours, 657 hours on it, but that thing went for $5,600, and that's the highest auction price I've seen so far this year on a 757. Now, we do have a pair of later model garden tractors on the auction September 21st, and how about this one, folks? A 2015 Dixon Ultra ZTR, only 250 hours on it, also from our friends at C&B Operations out there in Sibley, Iowa. About the same horsepower, 26 horse. And as you can see from some of these pictures, how dry it was out in northwest Iowa this year. So obviously, you know, this mower, hardly any hours on it. Don't think it got much use at all this past year. And my friends at C&B said this was a local trade, Pete, and was always shedded. And again, you can see how sharp it is. So really an opportunity here to get yourself a nice mower, folks. Now we do have another 2015 model on the sale, a John Deere 1600 front mount, 2,606 hours on it, also from C&B Operations, but from their Spencer, Iowa location. Now, I've seen a lot of John Deere 1600 front mount mowers sold at auction over the years, folks, but not that many that are this late model. Recently, I did see a pair of 2012 model 1600s sell on an auction just west of the Twin Cities up here in Minnesota where I am. And they had between 2,200 and 2,400 hours, sold for $16,000 and $16,500, so pretty strong bidding there. And I also did see one in northeast Indiana with 3,260 hours on it, sell for $12,000. And folks, one other very cool, unique item on our September 21st online auction. How about this? A pair of 2019 John Deere 15L by 28 steel disc wheels for a John Deere 6000 series mechanical front tractors. These babies are new, have never been used. They're for sale by C&B Operations in Ida Grove, Iowa. Hey folks, stick with us. My friend Mark Stock with Big Iron is going to join us, and we're going to talk 5 cotton pickers on our September 21st auction, plus tractors. Hey folks, welcome back, and we need to welcome my good friend Mark Stock, co-founder of BigIron.com. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Greg?
Well, I'm doing well. I'm excited about the first sale we had back in August and appreciate all your help and your partnership with Big Iron to help make us this Machine Repeat online auction fly. And boy, we got some interesting equipment on our September sale here, September 21st, Mark. Let's talk cotton pickers. Not something I see every day growing up in Minnesota here, but I think we got 5 John Deere 7760s on our auction.
That's right. There's a pair of 2011 models. I see a pair of 2012s, and there's a 2014 model, all kind of set up with 6-row cotton picker heads on the front. So I tell you what, it is exactly what you said. Something coming into in the area from Arkansas, Greenway Equipment, a real good John Deere store in that neck of the woods. I know Mike Estes, as a lot of people do. And if you want some good quality cotton pickers, now is the time to be taking a look at these machines.
Yeah, and I see engine hours. They kind of run from what 2,500 up to about 3,100 engine hours, Mark. And Greenway Equipment, like you say, I think they got 31 stores down there in Arkansas and Missouri. Now, what's your experience been, Mark, on these situations where you're selling multiples like this on an auction?
Well, there's several different strategies. A lot of times people wait for the last one to sell, because after they see the first one sell, then they think maybe they're going to run out of bidders. But we know that the branding of Machine Repeat and all the people that are looking to buy equipment right now because of the scarcity, I don't know if I'd use that strategy, Greg. I think I'd be finding one that you like, and I'd stay after it until you get it, because just try to find other cotton pickers for sale somewhere in this real tight market.
Right. And I was looking at our website, Mark. I noticed 7760 is actually quite a bit fewer listed versus the 7460s. And if we talk, advertised price, gosh, on these 7760s, you can run up 400 to 450. And of course, the newer ones, the CP690s, gosh, you get up about 750K there. So great buying opportunity here with 5 of them for sale.
And it is cotton picking time in a lot of part of the country going on here now and into the next couple of weeks. So stay after it, folks. Get these items bought, get them used in your operation, and you can always turn around and sell them after use season too, because that's what's nice about your online auction platform and so many online platforms. Some people just buy machinery for use season, they turn around, free up that cash, and sell it right over again. You're
right. Okay, Mark, let's talk tractors now. We've got 4 on our September 21st online auction, and let's head down to Missouri for a couple for sale by our friends at Jeffreysburg Enterprises out of Beaufort, Missouri there. They've got 99 John Deere 8410. How many hours on that thing?
It shows on your website here 8,200 hours. This tractor's got the 18.4 46-inch tires and duals. It's GPS ready, equipped with Starfire. So a nice tractor here with a full set of weights, 4 sets of rear weights. It's got the large 1,000 PTO, and it's going to sell with no reserve on the Machine Repeat auction.
Highest bidder gets it, brings it home. I love it. Now, Jeffreysburg Enterprises has another John Deere tractor on our sale September 21st, Mark. A different 10 series Deere, a 1963 4010 diesel wide front. Of course, these 4010s pretty classic, aren't they?
Pretty classic. A lot of people like to buy them and restore them. They're just a versatile tractor, good used for augers around the farm place, around the acreage. So a lot of people like them. They start all the time, it seems. So you got a nice little tractor here with single hydraulics and 38-inch rear tires on the back. So it's got a 3-point, it's got the synchro transmission. So you've got an opportunity here to put a 1963 into your collection or just use it for everyday use.
And here's a little interesting stat for you, folks. The current average auction price on a John Deere 4010, it's the highest I've seen it in over 20 years. It's up 11.9% so far this year, actually just over $6,400. So you got a chance to hop in and bid on a good solid 63 model here. Now, Mark, let's stay with the green and let's talk almost everyone's favorite model. That's 7810. We've got one from Blackfoot, Idaho on our auction September 21st.
No, you're spread out all over the country with this sale, Greg. So here's a 1998 7810. This particular tractor make and model seems to be popular all across the country. Very versatile machine. This one's power shift. It's got the 540,000 rear PTO, and it's just a good all-around tractor. It's got some duals on it also. Stay after this tractor, folks, because these 7810s are seem to be holding their value well.
Yeah, and again, more trivia for you folks. That 7810 is the most clicked on model at machinerypete.com for sale. So Mark, let's wrap up our tractors on the sale September 21st with a Massey, a 2005 5465, just over 3,500 hours on it with a loader from the good folks at Armitage Equipment out of Meeker, Oklahoma.
Another nice little handy tractor, folks, very versatile. These Massey Ferguson's got a real good reputation of being real solid machines. So, and it's coming out of a good family, good organization in Meeker, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and folks, check it out. They got 100 pictures of this thing on our listing for sale and a video on it. So be sure to check it out. Stay tuned, folks. Coming up, we're going to check out a pair of mixer wagons on our auction, also a late model sprayer and a like new pulverizer from Florida.
Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.
Okay, folks, we need to talk tillage. And I tell you what, we have a couple items on our September 21st online auction. One in particular, just like new. Mark, this thing is a 2019 Brillion XL32. You might call it a pulverizer or a packer, but under 100 acres on this baby.
Yes. So, wow, a lot of people like to put in some fall alfalfa, and this would be an ideal machine for that. It's going to sell here on your sale, and you're going to have a chance to buy something that's like new, that's probably pretty hard to come by right now with the shortage of all the equipment that is being manufactured.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mark. I looked in our MachineryPete.com website. I only saw 2 other XL32s for sale, both up in Ohio. And the one on our auction, the 2019 model, under 100 acres, actually from northern Florida, from Live Oak, Florida, right between Jacksonville and Tallahassee, with Sewanee Equipment there, a great dealer, great focus on service and parts for their customers in northern Florida. But again, folks, a chance to buy a like new piece here that you just don't see every day.
That is correct. So when you see these opportunities right now, you need to make every attempt to be the owner, because they are harder and harder to find here as we get into the third and fourth quarters of the year.
You bet. Click that bid button, folks. And if we're talking about bidding, let's talk about a sprayer, Mark. We got a 2015 Case H Patriot 4440 on the auction. This is from our friends at C&B Operations. This one's out of Blackfoot, Idaho. I think it's got just under 3,600 engine hours on it, 100-foot boom, 1,200-gallon tank. What have you been seeing on the used sprayer market here in 2021?
You know, there's a lot of popularity with sprayers because it's still a tool that everybody uses in their operation. And, you know, if you get a well cared for machine that you can use in your operation, if you got one spotted, they seem to be holding well. It's like we've said all along, Greg, if you take care of your machinery, it'll take care of you when you sell it. If you beat it up when you're using it, it's going to beat you back when you sell it. But watch for these good quality, well cared for sprayers, because it sure is handy to have something that you can cover a lot of acres fast. This one with the 100-foot booms and the big tank, you can get a lot of acres covered quickly.
Absolutely. So hit that bid button, folks. Chance for a nice sprayer there. And Mark, we got to talk about a couple mixer wagons on the auction in different parts of the country. Let's head back to Florida here. Again, our friends at Sewanee Equipment out of Live Oak, Florida. They have an item that I really haven't seen too much, a 2014 Keenan Mech Fiber 360 mixer wagon. I believe that company is based in Ireland, going back to the late 70s, but kind of a unique item there.
It's just going to be fun watching that item sell, because this would be what we call very anomaly items that just isn't all over the country. So do your research, folks, on this particular machine and watch it sell. And if it's something you could use, just keep bidding on it. 2014 model could be the best mixer model ever made.
Well, we have another mixer wagon on the auction September 21st, Mark, a Meyerink 640. That's even newer. It's a 2016 model up out of Gettysburg, South Dakota, with C&B Operations. What in general, what have you been seeing in terms of livestock equipment on the used market?
Well, livestock equipment is in good demand as well. We're not really seeing too many items that don't have a lot of demand here in the auction market. But for all these feeders that are out there, they've had to take a lot of their cattle off of pasture early. and they've had to put them in yards to feed them, and because of some of the droughts in the Montanas and the Dakotas, and our hearts go out to all those folks that are having to deal with all that dry weather. But these mixer wagons are coming in pretty popular items right now, just to cover all that extra feeding demand.
And with what's been happening with worldwide shipping issues and price of steel and just the kind of the clog to the pipeline of new equipment, again, opportunity with a couple mixer wagons here. If you need one, again, hit that bid button. Hey, don't go away, folks. Coming up, the feature item on our September 21st online auction, a beautiful 2018 John Deere 460R round baler from Oklahoma.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, folks, we need to welcome our friends Armitage Equipment out of Meeker, Oklahoma. Brad and crew there, great online sellers for many years. I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with them. And they have some great hay equipment on our September 21st online auction, Mark. As we look at the list here, we've got a SR10 Kuhn 10-wheel hay rake, John Deere CX15 batwing mower. And let's look at that Vicon Cam 4000 disc mower. I really like how Armitage, their descriptions. I noticed here in amongst all the great pictures, they said, Mr. Casso cut 150 acres the last 2 weeks. I love that personalization of what you're selling.
Yes, and that always makes it a big difference too, because people do like to know the history of the machine. And this is, I call them turtle head, mower. So you can go really fast through the field, and just knowing about a little bit of the history is going to give a lot of people a little extra comfort when they want to submit their bids on this particular machine.
And folks, if I had to pick one item as our feature item for our September 21st Machinery Pete monthly online auction, this is it, this 2018 John Deere 460R round baler, again, from Armitage Equipment out of Meeker, Oklahoma. Mark, nice sharp baler here. And again, I think they've got 40 pictures of it and video.
Yeah, the video is really nice. Watch that video, folks, because it shows the machine in operation, gets you a little bit more comfortable. We always say if you can provide the video footage and see it in operation, it gets that bidder a little bit more confident. A confident bidder usually wants to play a little harder on a piece of machinery, but this is a nice mid-sized baler. It says it's a one-owner machine, and just 10,900 bales. A lot of life left in those belts. So if you need a good baler towards the end of the season, sometimes you might be able to get a little extra value here because of the end of the season, but a lot of people still have some hay down and want to get it put together. So keep your eyes on this baler.
Yeah, in the 460R, Mark, that particular model, as Brad notes in the description on the listing, it's hard to find it. You see a lot of 460Ms out there, but this 460R 4x6 round baler, I think we've only got a couple other listed for sale at MachineryPete.com. So a one owner rig here, 2018 model. This is a pretty unique opportunity to get yourself a nice round baler.
Yeah, if you buy this machine, you can use it this end of this season and tuck it in the shed. You're ready to go for first cutting next year. So, these balers, they're just like everything else. The demand is high because there's not a lot of them for sale yet. It's tough to get a new one. Possession is for getting a new one there's a long lineup of people who are waiting for theirs to be delivered to their local implement dealership. And this here's a good quality 2018 model machine.
Well, as I've been saying since April, folks, if you're needing good quality equipment, whether new or used, the idea is to buy it now because come year end, I think the market might even get a little crazier. And I don't know about your thoughts about that, Mark, but I'm guessing you maybe agree.
Usually November and December, you've got a lot of people that just got done seeing their tax man or lady, and they're told that they're going to have a good year this year. And if that happens, they like to upgrade their machinery. So you got a lot more people looking in November and December. Maybe the September sale is a great time to be buying some good quality owner represented equipment.
Well, Mark, thanks for joining us again on our Machinery Pete TV auction edition, round 2 for our September 21st online auction, folks. Go to MachineryPete.com, check it out. A lot of unique equipment from around the country for you. So click that bid button and we'll see you back here next month.
Find farm equipment on Machinery Pete's September 21st auction. Items start closing September 21st. Go to auctions.machinerypete.com to register. No reserve, no buyer fees. Start bidding now at auctions.machinerypete.com. Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.
Hey folks, I'm here with Steve Klambeck from Kennesaw, Nebraska.